Good morning and happy Friday, everybody. Today, it's just starting to rain a little bit, but I'm not getting wet because I'm underneath these things. Leaves. They're gonna keep me dry, I have a feeling. This is probably what the animals do that don't have a skin covering. That might make them wet and cold. All right, so today I got some good news. We are going to be reading the story in its entirety on the Nearpod slides. One last run through. And in the pre-recorded video today, I'm going to be taking a look at the last thing. I'm going to talk a little bit more about the author's purpose, okay? And we're figuring out what the author is trying to do. Now, we read a bedtime story last night about Bill and Ted Go Camping. It's pretty funny, okay? The nut drops, lands on his head. It's just silly stuff, but it's funny when you have cartoon characters doing things like that. So the purpose of the author was to write for entertainment. It was really funny and interesting. Put a smile on my face. But this story is not written for that reason. So we have two choices left. We have to persuade, like the don't smoke posters that we talked about the other day. Trying to talk someone into something. So is the author trying to talk you into helping out in your community? I'm sure he thinks it's a great idea, but he's not telling you to do this the whole story. If I read a book called Recycling, it would be like, this is why you shouldn't recycle. This is why you need to recycle every day. This is why recycling helps the earth. This is how recycling makes things better, and we don't have to chop down more trees on the earth. So it's really trying to talk someone into something. And the word for that is persuade. So if I wanted to persuade you to go see Scoob at the movies, and you wanted to see something else, and oh, Scoob's so good, come on, let's go watch it, please. It's like the best movie of the year. I mean, this movie, Scoob, is gonna be amazing. Shaggy's my favorite, he's one of the characters in the story. I'm trying to persuade you to go and see it. I want you to go see it. I'm telling you to go see it. I'm telling you that you're going to like it. So does the author do that here? And then the other choice we had was to provide us with information. The last story, Debbie, she had, was a real person and gave us some real facts and information about what she did and how she helped other people. Now this story is very similar. We're going to wrap it up today. Let's take a close look. And I do want to review the first two clues like I have been every day because that's going to be fresh in our minds. The first clue is that Luis travels to faraway places to bring people books. Then Luis reaches the village. He has masks for children and he asks them to wear it while he reads them a story. So the author's purpose is to blank about a real person, Luis, who helped people by bringing them books. So the author's purpose is to inform or to persuade. Now, I'm not going to hand you the answer because I have reason to believe that you know what it is. You know what this author is trying to talk to us about. He's trying to tell us, how nice it is to help people, how important it can be, and how important this man Luis and his two donkeys were. A lot of people know this story. This isn't just some story in the ELA book. When I typed in Biblio Burro, I started seeing real pictures of people on donkeys selling books and giving people books. So I shouldn't have said selling because selling is a bookstore. Borrowing is from a library. So this story is about someone who lets people borrow books, like the library. And biblio means library. So he's not going to charge them money, especially if they don't have money. So let's take a look and let's, as they used to say in my old classroom, let's bring it home. Okay, so we last left off when Luis, Alpha, and Beto head back. And we were talking about where's he heading back to? Where's he going? Over and around the hills. It's very, very steep and bumpy as they go with the donkeys. Across the grasslands and streams and into the sunset. Now they're going to tell you where they were going. And I have a reason to believe that a lot of you were correct yesterday. At home. Yeah, after that long trip, they want to go back home, be with their family. Go back to Diana. At home, Luis feeds his hungry burros, and Diana feeds her hungry husband. But then, instead of sleeping, Luis picks up his book and reads deep into the night. And far away in the hills, candles and lanterns burn as the children read borrowed books deep into the night too. Hold on a second. Are you thinking what I'm thinking? Why did the author say deep into the night 2 times? He repeated that. Maybe because everyone was doing some late night reading. Everyone was reading into the night. So if you're going to be reading more and more, do you think you're not enjoying it, or do you think you're really enjoying it? Because when something's really enjoyable to watch on TV or to read, it's hard to kind of shut it off or close the book because you're so interested in it. So they must have had a just right book, and they kept reading. They wouldn't put it away. Almost like when you get a new video game, you're like, oh, I gotta beat it, or I gotta try. Or at least when I was a kid, I did that. But yeah, so they're reading it, and that shows, the author's showing that they really appreciate it, they're thankful, and they're really enjoying it. They're getting a lot out of it, and that's what books are all about. You're supposed to get things. And I know even if I'm reading a book, and I don't understand something, good readers go back and reread. I'll read it again until I understand it, because it doesn't make any sense just reading words out loud. Sometimes I can try different ways. So why does the author repeat the phrase deep into the night? Well, it shows a connection between Luis and the children. They're all enjoying their books at the same time. And there you have it, Biblio Burro. So there's lots of clues. He traveled to faraway places to give people books. He likes entertaining people. He likes people enjoying what he's doing. So that's why he said, I'm not just going to drop these books and run. I'm going to sit down, and I'm going to read you a story. I'm going to pass out a couple pig masks, and we're going to hear one of my favorites. All right? And maybe Biblio Burro inspired me to do those Bedtime Thursday stories. Who knows? But he's having an effect on me already. What do you think? Say goodbye. All right, have a nice weekend, everybody. I'll see you next time. Adios.